Hey y'all, welcome back to this channel. I am Darian. Today, let's talk fragrance. So I recently got my hands on the Born in Roma Donna Extradose Eau de Parfum, and I got something to say about it. So if you're not familiar with any of my fragrance videos, I am somebody who loves a gourmand, love a sweet perfume, and I'm not really the biggest fan of florals, but what I will say is that there are certain florals that I'm like, okay, this is a little different. This would be nice to have in the collection, and I'm finding that a lot of the florals that I do approve of for my liking are really sweet or have some level of sweetness to it, and a lot of them kind of give like this springtime floral fragrance. A lot of the gourmands that I have florals in it don't necessarily fully give floral, so that is why it's in my collection, because I am a gourmand lover through and through. So first things first, let's get into the packaging of Extradose. I feel like it's really cute. I love the pink glass packaging, and it has a cute little black part on it, black top with the spikes. I ended up getting the 1.7 ounce just in case I wasn't fully, liking it. But as I have tried this on, I have really come to love this fragrance, and it is because of two of the notes in it, and that is gonna be that rum accord and also that vanilla. So there's three main notes that are on the website and that are on the Sephora website, which is where I actually purchased mine from, that let you know what this fragrance is supposed to be given. And those three notes are cassis accord, the rum accord, and the vanilla, how I mentioned not too long ago. Okay, so I'm gonna be honest, I was a little caught off guard with the cassis accord. I went to look it up because that is a note that I'm not familiar with. And I saw that it was a type of berry based off of what I was able to find. But I was thinking it was a flower or something, because whenever I spray this fragrance, I feel like there's a heavy floral presence in this fragrance. And there could be, I did not do a deep breakdown of the fragrance. I'm just trying to give you what I get from it when I spray it on me and the experience that I get from it. But based off of these notes, I thought that the top note was a heavy floral note, and the other notes I found once the fragrance started drying down on my skin, it began to be so sweet. It's already sweet when you spray it. The floral does not take away from the sweetness, but that sweetness pretty much takes over whatever I'm smelling that feels like a heavy floral note to me. And that is what made me keep this scent. I'm telling you, whenever I spray it, that note of what I'm smelling, which I'm assuming is the cassis, is so strong that it reminds me of like when I've been to a gathering and they've had real flowers and the flowers have given off a scent. So that was the main thing I had to adjust with this fragrance. Now, as far as the rum accord, I love a rum fragrance and I love vanilla. Those are fragrance notes that I will consider buying almost any fragrance if those notes are in. I feel like rum gives a very kind of almost mysterious nighttime vibe, and vanilla I feel like can go with just about anything. I feel like vanilla is probably one of the most used notes in the perfume world, but having these notes in this fragrance, I feel like make this fragrance such a nice elevated fragrance. This is a fragrance that I feel like can be considered one of those classy fragrances, but it is also one of those fragrances that I would not mind wearing on an everyday basis during the spring season. I will say that this fragrance definitely does scream spring to me. Spring and maybe possibly summer. And I remember when I went to go purchase this fragrance. One of the advisors was saying that it gives off a nighttime kind of fragrance, something you'll want to wear at nighttime, but I would have to disagree with that. I have actually been wanting to wear this fragrance more so in the daytime, and it could be because when I like to wear fragrance at night, I like more of a more sexier type of fragrance. I don't like something that makes me feel like just like everyday sweet flower. I want something a little bit more mysterious, something that's gonna make you wonder what I'm wearing if I'm going to wear at night, and putting on a fresh layer of fragrance. During the daytime, I feel like this is when I feel more compelled to wear this. Not saying that you could not wear it at night. I will say that this is a strong fragrance, which is something that I do love when it comes to a nighttime fragrance, something that's a little stronger and heavier. But this is definitely not something that I feel like you just have to wear at nighttime. And maybe it's because of the rum accord. Maybe that's why she may have said that. But I feel like even with the rum accord, it's not something that makes me feel like it has to be worn at night. This scent is very pretty. It's very pretty. It's very feminine. And it is something that I feel like a lot of people may like. And I feel like it's because of that hint of florals. I tend to see that I might just be somebody who is like almost anti-floral. I feel like I see a lot more people that are okay with florals and into florals. But what I will say is that this is not a floral that I feel like gives way too mature or way too, like, this is making me feel like this is out of my vibe, my element. Even though to me, I don't feel that this is only a fragrance that you would have to wear at nighttime, I would want to wear at nighttime, I still do feel that for some people it would be a very nice nighttime fragrance. It's just not necessarily what I would consider something that I would wear as just a nighttime fragrance. But overall, this is a very pretty fragrance. I love the strength of this fragrance. Sometimes I feel like with some fragrances that I have that give that springtime feel to me, it's a little bit lighter on the scent. I feel like this has a nice strength as far as the projection of the scent and everything. And I feel like the lasting power of this scent is nice. I do feel that you probably like towards the end of the day may want to freshen up again, but I feel like with most fragrances, it's like that. I feel like this would be a beautiful fragrance to give as a gift if you are looking to give somebody a fragrance, because it has a little bit, I feel like, it makes me feel like it has that balance between floral and gourmand, and it just gives something really pretty, something really nice. The best way I would describe this fragrance is something that I could absolutely wear every day, but it gives a little bit of a step higher than just an everyday fragrance. So it's pretty. I do feel that it can get the attention of others. Will I say that? I think it's like almost kind of striking. It's like not the most striking perfume I've ever smelled, but it does have a little bit of mystery. And this is something that if I was out and I smelled it, I would like to ask, like, what do you have on? What are you wearing? And I feel that it's because of the sweet aspect of this fragrance. So this, I believe, is classified as a warm floral, but with the sweetness, it definitely is giving those gourmand feels to it. And again, I'm not a floral girl. If you catch me in a floral, I was convinced by something. I'm not somebody who likes a lot of floral fragrances. I definitely feel that this fragrance is worth checking out and giving a try. Honestly, I personally have not had any fragrance from the Valentino line that I felt like just spoke to me from the Donna and Born in Roma collection. Although I just felt like they look so cute with the studs and the bottle packaging. I felt that it was so cute, but I never really felt like any of the scents really spoke to me. Or some of the scents I felt like I've had and different variations from other brands, but this is one that I felt like stood out to me and was the one that made me feel like, okay, I'll purchase this one. And I think it's partially the packaging, and then I think also it's that sweetness that it gives. But whatever floral I'm smelling, it, or even if it's the Cassis, I don't know if it's the Cassis Accord, it's making me feel like this is a springtime fragrance. But yes, overall, I just feel like it's a really pretty fragrance. I feel like it's a nice fragrance to have. Is it something that I feel like I would run to buy again? I don't really know. I think I would have to wear it a little longer and it to like fully grow on me to invest in it again. But honestly, I'm happy to have it in my collection. So I definitely feel that it's worth checking out and giving it a try to see if you like it. So I thank you so much for watching this video. I hope that you have a great day. It's a yes for me. Bye.